Hey guys, so today I decided to film kind of like a purpley mauve-y eye color with like a matching lip. I did use the Buxom Dolly's Wild Side palette. I love this palette. It is one of my favorites. And then I went ahead and paired it with Dose of Colors Stone Liquid Lipsticks. If you guys would like to see how I got this look, please keep watching. Hey guys, I'm starting off this look with a GlamGlow Moisturizer and Nude Glow. I really love this stuff. It smells amazing, like an orange creamsicle, and I love the glow it gives. Next I'm going to Laura Mercier Foundation Primer. This is the first time I've tried this primer, and so far I really like it, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Next, I'm going in with the Rimmel Long Lasting Finish Foundation. To me, this is a medium to full coverage foundation. It is very buildable and it lasts all day. So I'm just dotting it all over my face, and then I'm going to be buffing it in with a Tarte foundation brush. And can we please talk about my skin for a minute? Oh my gosh, like I've been breaking out so bad and I just have no idea what is going on. And it's driving me absolutely insane. I've tried everything. I've gotten facials. I've tried different acne treatments, and I just cannot seem to get it together. Now I'm just adding a little bit more coverage where I feel like I need more coverage, cover up those pimples. Now I'm going in with the Maybelline Dark Circle Eraser, and I really like this stuff. As you can tell, I'm almost out. I need to get another one. Then I'm going in with MAC Prolongwear Concealer in NC15. This is one of my favorite concealers. It's very easy to blend out. The only thing I don't like is it dries really fast. Now I'm going to be blending it in with the Morphe E8. This is my new favorite way to blend in concealer. I'm like totally loving it over the Beauty Blender at the moment. So if you couldn't tell by the first clip, I'm just putting the concealer in the usual places in an upside down triangle underneath my eye and on my eyelid, and I'm still blending it out with that same brush. And then I'm going to be putting some concealer on my chin. I like really need to cover up all those pimples. And then I'm going to start blending out my nose a little bit and putting a little bit of concealer on my forehead. Ooh, now I'm going in with L'Oreal True Match Concealer Sticks. I believe this is in medium deep, and I absolutely love this to contour my nose. This blends like a dream, as you're going to see when I blend it out with my finger, and I think it just gives such a good shadow. I went a little crazy underneath my lip right there, but look how easy that blends out with my finger. Like, I just can't get over that. I love it so much. They did such a good job on that product. So since I went a little heavy with that contour right there, I'm trying to buff it out with my finger, and then I switched to the E8, and that seemed to help a lot better. And then I'm just going to buff out my nose contour a little bit more. Going in with the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Under Eye Powder, I'm just using like some brush that came in a set. It's pretty much the same thing as the Real Technique setting brush, but I'm not really sure how I feel about this powder. Like, I think it's good, but I don't think I would repurchase it. Now I'm going in with my Rimmel Stay Matte Translucent Powder, and I'm setting the rest of my face where I put the concealer, and then I'm also going to be setting my eyelids so that way I kind of have a base for my transition colors and shadows and therefore. Now I'm going in with Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I believe this is either in blonde or taupe. I can never remember. So I'm just filling in my eyebrows, and I like to comb my eyebrow hairs up first on both sides, and then I'm going to start from the middle and work my way back to the tail. I always start at the bottom just so I can get a shape going, and then I start working on the arch, and then in between doing those two, I like to start filling in the middles, and I like to do short and long strokes, and then I comb through as I go. Now I'm going to set my eyebrows with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. I really love this stuff. I've had it forever. I also really love the Model in a Bottle eyebrow sealer as well. And when I set my eyebrows, I comb the front hairs up and then I lay the rest of them flat, if that makes sense. Talk about a blast from the past. This is the Lavish Palette from Anastasia, and I'm going to be using the Orange Soda as my transition color. And I believe I'm taking that on a Sigma E40. So now I'm just building up that peach smoothie in my crease, and I like to go back and forth and then like circular motions on the end so it just blends out really well. Moving on to the star of the show, I'm taking Buxom Dolly's Wild Side palette, and I'm using the shade Lingerie Lover. It's kind of like a muted, soft lilac matte shade, if that makes any sense. And I'm just buffing that in the exact same place that I put the peach smoothie. So when I'm doing my eyeshadows, I like to do circular motions at the end, like where the outer corner is. And now I'm taking Spoiled Sexy from that palette, and again I'm putting that in the exact same places. And you can see how I always like twirl my brush in the circle there towards the end just to make sure they're all blended together the way I like it. Switching over to a more precise blending brush, I'm taking Lingerie Lover and Spoiled Sexy mixed on the brush so that way I can just get it directly on the outer corner and into that crease. So I switched back to the E40 so I could just buff around the edges, and now I'm going in with Mink Magnet, and I'm using a Dr. Hauska's eyelid brush, and I didn't really like it, so you're going to see that I switched to my finger because it wasn't applying the shadow as much as I wanted it to. So I'm just applying this all over the lid with my finger. Now I'm taking Champagne Buzz and I'm applying that directly on top of the Mink Magnet. And then I'm going to be going in with the blending brush so that way I can just kind of blend out those edges. And I'm taking a little bit of the Spoiled Sexy on that brush as well. Now I'm going in with Silk Sheets and I'm going to be using that as my brow highlight. And then I'm also going to be placing this shade in my inner corners. Taking a pencil brush, I'm going to start buffing the colors Lingerie Lover and Spoiled Sexy on my bottom lash line, and I'm just going to build up the color to as dark as I would like it, so feel free to build it up as much as you would want to as well. Getting back into the Lavish palette, I'm taking the color Sienna on the Sigma E40, and I'm just buffing that very lightly on the edges of the shadow. To start contouring, I'm taking the Anastasia Contour Palette, the original, and that middle shade right there, I believe it's called Fawn, and I'm also using the NARS Ita brush. I hate this brush with a passion. It sheds all over my face, and I absolutely despise it, but I did pay a pretty penny for it, so I'm like forcing myself to use it. Now I'm taking Park Avenue Princess Bronzer by Tarte and a Real Techniques contour brush just so I can buff out that line some more. Then I switched to a stippling brush, and now I'm just applying that same bronzer on my temples and on my forehead, and I like to work with the stippling brush in circular motions, as you can see, because I feel like that just blends it out better. Now I'm taking the bronzer on my jawline and behind my ear, and then a little bit on my neck just to create some more shadows. Then I'm going to go back in with Fawn, and I'm going to be using an e.l.f. eye blending brush, I believe that is, and I'm just going to go over those lines that we created earlier very lightly. I'm taking Fawn again, and I'm buffing that around my nostrils, and now I'm going to be contouring a little bit above my lip and underneath my lip. Then going in with Rimmel Stay Matte Powder, I'm going to buff around those lines so it's not super harsh, and then I'm also going to be baking a little bit on the sides of my nose with that same powder. For blush, I'm going to be using Revlon's matte blush in the shade Blushing Berry. This is definitely like top 5 of my favorite blushes from the drugstore. I just think it is just so pretty, and it can literally go with any eye look that you do. Now I'm just taking my foundation brush and I'm just buffing out those edges. Going in with Hippo from Colourpop. This has like a lilac iridescence to it, and I picked this because I wanted to kind of like match the color of the eyes. I was going for like a lilac look. So now I'm just applying that with my finger. But I did notice that this started to get really patchy, so I didn't think it really laid that well over powder. So now I'm just using a highlighting brush and I'm just applying more of Hippo on my cheekbones. Now I'm taking a little bit more of that Rimmel matte powder and I'm just going to clean up underneath my contour. And then now I'm taking the highlighting shade from the Anastasia Contour Palette and I'm highlighting my nose. So I like to draw like a little circle on the tip and then a line straight down the middle. I'm also highlighting my Cupid's bow with that color, and then I'm also going to be putting a little bit on my chin. And I'm going in with my favorite liquid liner from the drugstore. It's the NYC Liquid Liner. I really love the applicator. The brush is just so tiny. It's very easy to make a precise line. So I just decided to just do like a smaller wing, like a thin one, nothing too crazy. Now I'm just curling my lashes and I'm going to be going in with Maybelline Colossal Chaotic Lash Mascara. That's a mouthful. I do have a separate video reviewing this mascara. I will link it below if you want to check it out. I'm going in with Velour lashes in Whispie Me Away. I love these lashes. They're very natural looking, nothing too crazy. And then I'm using House of Lashes glue. This is my new obsession. So after I applied those, I'm going to be tightlining with the Too Faced black eyeliner. Love it. Oh, look, another Too Faced product. This is the Perfect Nude lip liner pencil. I absolutely adore this. This might be my favorite nude lip liner. And then Max Drip Down is like my second favorite. So now that I'm done lining my lips, I'm going to be going in with Dose of Colors Stone Liquid Lipsticks. Ooh, so pretty. I love this color, but they do not last a long time. Like mine start going bad after about like 6 months to a year, and then I have to throw them away. Ooh, another cult favorite. This is the Rimmel Scandalous Eyes Nude Eyeliner, and I'm just going to be putting this on my lower waterline. Well, my only waterline. Now I'm taking Wild Nights from the palette. It's just a metallic purple color. And using a pencil brush, I'm just going to be putting that in the outer crease just for some more dimension. Then I'm also taking that same shade on the lower lash line just to darken that up a little bit more. Ooh, we're almost done. Now I'm taking Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Oh, this seriously is amazing. I love this. I love this stuff. Now the look is completed. I hope you guys enjoyed this video along with my first voiceover. I hope I did okay. And I will see you guys in my next videos. Bye guys.